Another day in another practice here for the Denver Broncos, and today was a little bit different. We had a new starting quarterback for the Broncos. Yesterday was Jarrett Stidham, but today it was Bo Nix. And let me tell you guys something. This was the perfect day for Bo Nix to have a great day, and that is exactly what he did. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about today's practice, from the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from another Denver Broncos practice. Now, before we break down all the good stuff, make sure you guys do me a favor and go give a follow to all of the Broncos media members on X right now, guys. If you guys do it, I guarantee you won't regret it. It's like you're kind of at practice. You get to see all the news, you get to see all the highlights. It feels like you're there, and they do such a good job. They work so hard, so I want to give them credit where it is due. Go follow them next right now. Like I said, you will not regret it. Now, let's talk about the one negative thing about practice today, and there was a big-time injury. Wasn't a good one, man. Quinn Bailey. Dude, it was scary sight. I think he got rolled up on, and immediately you knew something was wrong. Quinn Bailey's a guy that, they had a little bit of hope in that he was going to develop and continue to get better and better as time goes on. And definitely not a good sight to see. He was immediately down, immediately in pain. They brought out the air cast for him, and they immediately brought him to the hospital. So I don't really know exactly what happened. I don't know exactly what the diagnosis is, but I do know that he had to leave practice pretty much ASAP. So not a great sight, but other than that, it was a very good practice. Let's get some prayer emojis in the comment section for the dude, Quinn Bailey. But with that being said, let's get into a little bit more of practice today. Now, we had a lot of one-on-ones early, and the one guy who stood out with that was Pat Surtain. Probably one of the best top 5, if not top 2, if not top 1 cornerbacks in the NFL, man. Pat Surtain is just different, and he brought it to one-on-ones today. Had a picture-perfect pass breakup on Cortland Sutton on a short route, and then had another nasty coverage, very sticky on Tim Patrick, and was not able to do anything. Tim Patrick was. So shout out to Pat Surtain. He's been electric throughout all of camp so far, and that's going to translate right into the regular season, I guarantee it. Now, Jonathan Cooper is another guy I'm high on personally as an edge rusher, but also his ability to come in and stop the run as well. Block shed last second, and today he did that. Had a nice little block shed, bodied Samaje Perine to the ground on a run play. It was pretty crazy to see. Jonathan Cooper is a lot stronger than he may look. I mean, he looks strong, but just know that he's stronger than that. So this dude is a monster. I mean, threw Samaje to the ground like he was nothing. So that was interesting to see. But now let's talk about what you guys have been waiting to hear about. Bo Nix, man. Bo Nix had almost a picture-perfect day. Had one pass specifically to Josh Reynolds through a couple of team portions. It seems like the connection between him and Josh Reynolds is there already. It seems like these guys have already built their rapport over the first few weeks here of training camp, and that connection just looks good. Now, the pocket was collapsing. He ended up using his blockers, right? Reading the pocket, stepping up to his advantage, and then hit Reynolds in stride. It was beautiful. He had another one where he hit him down the sideline. Beautiful little catch there by Josh Reynolds as well, who definitely been standing out so far throughout camp. Jaquan McMillan was all over Reynolds, but Nix put the ball where only Reynolds could get it. It was the pitch-perfect throw from Bo Nix, who is, again, just every single day getting better and better, adding to the resume, and adding to the list of reasons why he should be the day one starter. Now, before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button, 1, but 2, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we're going to be covering the Broncos throughout all of preseason, all of training camp, and all of regular season as well. Live streaming some games on my Twitch if you guys want to keep up with that. If you want to watch the games with me, it is Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. We'll be live for tomorrow's Hall of Fame game as well. And for the regular season, we're going to be breaking down film. So make sure you guys do that, man. I already have a ton of bets in. Oh, also, check out Underdog Fantasy. They're going to, if you use my promo code in the description as well, they're going to give you free money on top of what you put in. It is literally the most, you have to do it. It doesn't make sense not to. You're going to get free money just to sign up and put in $5, right? Whatever it may be. So go use my promo code. They have so many bets already for the Hall of Fame game and much, much more. So go check that out. Now, Bo Nix had just a great day overall. He was the #1 quarterback taking reps. #2 is Zach Wilson. Now, interesting thing about Zach Wilson is we have not seen him work with the first team in, I believe, 3, maybe even 4 practices in a row right now. Now, I don't know if that says that he is immediately not going to be a contender for that starting QB position. I wonder if it's just Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix at this point in time. I'm not really too sure, but maybe that is something to take away. He hasn't really been a starter over the last couple of practices. We'll see if that changes tomorrow or their next practice. Now, Josh Reynolds did have another play of the day, probably the best one, maybe of the week. He had a 25-year-old pass, or 25-yard pass. Jeez. From Zach Wilson, mossed Levi Wallace down the left sideline for a massive pickup. Another just really good catch by Josh Reynolds. And you look at the wide receiver room, you have Courtland Sutton and you have Marvin Mims. Who's that #3 guy? It looks like Josh Reynolds. I know a lot of people want to see Troy Franklin or Tim Patrick take that step up, but unfortunately, Troy Franklin's been practicing with the 3s, a little bit with the 2s, and Tim Patrick is rotating in with the 1s here and there, but Josh Reynolds has just been different, man. Just been different. Marvin Mims got a lot of work today with Bo Nix as well, building their rapport up. Just extremely flashy. Bo Nix is so versatile in terms of being able to get outside the pocket, using his legs to extend plays, but also using his legs to pick up big plays. There was one play specifically where he was rolling outside the pocket, trying to get someone open, couldn't, outran a couple of defenders and got like a 30-yard pickup just using his legs. So shout out to Bo Nix. He's like the one quarterback on this team that really has that versatility to get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs. Marvin Mims made a nasty catch. He was blanketed in coverage, but still came down with it. It was a deep bomb. Love to see that as well, man. But overall, a really good practice here for the Denver Broncos. Things are gonna, only get better from here. We got preseason games next week, and I did hear, according to Sean Payton, that the starters will be playing in the preseason. So you'll see Bo Nix, you'll see Jarrett Stidham, you'll see Courtland Sutton. So I mean, listen, this is what we've been waiting for, man. Getting back to that football style, that football time, man. It's right now. So join the family. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. We're going to be covering the Broncos throw every single day, and when they play their game, I might be live on my Twitch to watch it. React to it with you guys. So make sure you guys join the family. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next Broncos update. Peace.